Ja, ja. Schuld dir einen Scheiß, Junge, Beste, zeig mir Respekt. Kill nicht mein Vibe, ich schreib Klassiker wie Macbeth. Ich geh meinen Weg, ich weiß, dass ich viel wegsteck. Ey, also texte mich nicht weg, red es mir nicht schlecht. Ich hab es satt, von dir nur zu hören, dass es nicht klappt. Ich hab es satt, dein Geläster fuck mich nur krass ab. Ich hab es satt, wenn ihr an gar nichts mehr glaubt, die Quellen sind verbrannt. Ey, doch wir sind stark, gutes Mindset. Ja, das ist mir heilig, gib mir Shitstorm oder Like. Ich bleib bei mir, bin kein Hypebeast. Rap-Klischees vermeid ich geh steil wie Swoosh von Nike. Paar der alten Leute neidisch, ja, ihr sitzt erst mit Leid. Wahrheit tut weh, doch noch mehr so fake Mucki. Keep it raw wie ODB. Euer Lifestyle überzuckert, habt die Kugel gereinigt. Auf den Sitzen meine U-Bahn, ja, leck mich. Ich bleib frech, ich mach es, niemand rettet. Ich hab es satt, von dir nur zu hören, dass es nicht klappt. Ich hab es satt, dein Geläster fuck mich nur krass ab. Ich hab es satt, wenn ihr an gar nichts mehr glaubt, die Quellen sind verbrannt. Ey, doch wir sind stark. Mach's für Außenseiter, Underdogs für die Armen. Bin geprägt von meinem Fam, doch hart. Ey, doch wir sind stark.
Ja.
He has the power.
Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. The Gawds Michel Prado skate. What do I think about these? Well, let me just close this because it seems like there's some noise from the outside. Boop. Well, the Gawds Michel Prado skate. Car is making noises. Anyway, it's been a while since I skated a carbon-free skate. And yes, I said it carbon-free because I think by now everyone knows, but in case you didn't know, Gawds is a sub-brand from Powerslide who also owns USD. From what I know, this brand is partly owned by Frankie Morales, but well, this skate doesn't have Frankie Morales anywhere. This skate, even if it's the brand partly owned by Frankie Morales, this is the Michel Prado skate. And skating these reminded me of a skate that I really enjoyed and I didn't skate for a long time. And that was the USD carbon-free Richie Eisler. If you remember a brown USD carbon skate from Richie Eisler that then came out in a black version. It's very hot, I'm gonna need to open the windows now. It then, ooh, that's good. Okay, so that skate then came out in black and then another one in gray, but I haven't skated that skate since like 2016, so it was good. It was good to be back on this skate that reminded me of that. Now, something about this skate, starting with the top of the skate. The foams are a bit thick and without really bringing the laces all the way to the top, because I actually didn't bring the laces all the way to the top lace loop, which I usually do. If I show you what I did here, I actually didn't use it all the way to the top of the lace loop, to the last lace loop, and I didn't really tighten it a lot with the buckle. But the foams somehow provided me the support that I wanted for aggressive skating, at least for the type of aggressive skating that I was doing. Now, I wasn't really skating on transitions. I came to the park that has a little bowl, but as I was skating anti-rocker, I didn't really wanted to skate the bowl with it. And with such wide sole plates, because the sole plates are kind of wide, I didn't felt like going to the bowl. Obviously, I could skate the bowl with these, nothing would be wrong with it. But I was a little bit scared of sliding out. Now, like I said, it offered me good support. I know that I could have tightened it a lot more, but let's keep in mind that this is a very low skate. Now, if you want to put like a UFS big frame on this, like the Wizard, I wouldn't put the Wizard on this because it's a super low boot for that. And like I said, yes, it did offer me enough support due to the hardness or the thickness of the foams, but I know if I wanted to use a bigger frame, like a very big frame, then it wouldn't be the same. I might need to test these skates with a wish frame and then I can give you a better feedback when it comes to that. Now, something like talking about the buckle. The buckle is actually a very common one from Powerslide, from USD, also from Gawds apparently. It has the one of those. It's one of those that the receptor you need to pull out. It's not one of those that you press in. You just pull, and then it can go out. It's actually quite secure. It has some protection for the buckle on both sides. Yeah, like I said before, very low cuff. The boot, well, the boot, it has this rubber around this heel area that feels very, very good. And I think I would actually like to see this rubber part in more parts of the skate, but at the same time, this might be a bit too... Ooh, that was lucky. The camera just fell. Anyway, so at the same time, I think this rubber would be a bit too heavy. 45-degree strap, well, it does work. I like the looks of it. It's one of those, if you don't tie it very good, it's going to be a bit noisy, but it does work better. This 45-degree strap works better on a leather or an eco leather or whatever the material this is on top than it does work on a plastic boot like the AN. On the AN, it's very easy to get loose and it gets very noisy. On a carbon or carbon-free skate like these, the ones that have this type of material here, somehow this material makes it more sound friendly, if you can say that. And that is something that I actually like about these type of skates. It's one of those skates that you don't hear that much clack, clack, clack when you land. It goes more like poof because of the material that it has. Now, you should have in mind that this skate actually has a shell boot. Yes, the whole back part of this skate, it's just like a hard boot skate. There's like a shell that comes like all the way here, and that's what gives you the support you need, and that's what gives you that's the heel box for this skate basically. And it's also the base for this 45-degree strap. It's obviously the base for the cuff to be fixed to something. So yeah, it does work very good. Comfort wise, well, it was my first time skating them, and I have nothing wrong to say about it. I didn't felt any pressure points at all. I didn't skate them very, very tight. And usually, if you tighten them way too much, you might have more pressure points. But at the same time, by skating them loose, it's also easy for you to get problems with the skates because your foot is going to be dancing on the inside. I didn't felt my foot dancing on the inside. So it felt like my boot was on the right spot with this. Now, have in mind that my skate is a size 43, a US 10, and that's actually my real shoe size. So I would say that this is a true to size skate. So if you're thinking of buying any Gawds skate, well, you should go same size as your shoe. It comes boot only, and here I was skating with a Kaiser Fluid 4 frame, anti-rockers, I got the ground control, and I was skating the famous wheels because I wanted to skate some fast wheels. These wheels are kind of dead after today. I don't know if you can see it, there's some chunks here. Man, what do I say? What can I say about this skate? Something that it's, if I can say something that it's not, it doesn't look as good in the skate, but I don't really care about it. This is obviously the sole plates from the USD 7 skates, which I think Powerslide, or I think USD, it's not making the USD 7 skates anymore, which in my opinion, it's a bit of a shame. But one of the last adjustments that they did on the USD 7s was to create these holes on the sole plate and on the boot so that the sole plate was also fixed to the boot. On these skates, you still have the holes, but there's nowhere to fix it. It's just a minor thing. I don't think this would be a problem, or I don't think that's a problem at all. But just for you to have an idea, it's kind of like if the sole plate, it's the cheese or the ham in between this sandwich that is the boot and the frame. So there's no other thing fixing the sole plate other than those two UFS bolts fixing the frame to the boot. Look-wise, it looks very, very good. I think it's based on some Air Jordan skates, like most of the times the Frankie Morales skates are. This is basically the same as the first. Yeah, this is basically the same as the first Frankie Morales Gawds skate that was black and red. And this seems to me like it's just a different colorway with a different sole plate. Okay, now there's a newer version of this skate, and it seems to have one thing different, at least from what I've seen. Here you have this little lace loop, I don't know if I can call it, which you can just pull it, but it's just like a little bit of fabric that it's kind of like the fast lacing thing. And on the newer one, it seems like there's like a hard piece that makes this job here. Other than that, I don't see a lot of differences between the new Frankie Morales and these. Now, these skates were sent to me by Powerslide. I did not pay these skates. They were sent to me for me to test and to make this review. And until now, I can only say that I actually really, really enjoyed them. Like as an anti-rocker skate, which is what I skated now, I really, really like it. This could be a very, very good skate if you like top sides and skating ledges and all that. And it's really not my style of skating nowadays, but I can tell you that at least for topside tricks, they were just easy to do with this. I haven't been doing topside tricks on ledges or anything like that, but there's this little spot in the park that I usually can't topside, but due to the side of the sole plates and somehow how I could flex my ankles inside the skate, it just felt easy. Torques, backslides, negatives, everything works very, very good. Everything slides very, very good with the sole plate. Obviously you can change the frame, or you can put the frame that you want because it's a UFS skate. So in my opinion, it's a really, really, really good skate for street skaters. Maybe if you're into skating bowls or if you're skating vert, maybe not so much. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review on the Gawds Michel Prado. If you enjoyed, make sure to give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you didn't like it, you can leave me a thumbs down. Let me know what you didn't like about these. And well, if you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe this is the time to do it. Subscribe to the channel, press on that bell button so you'll get a notification every time I upload one of these, either with aggressive skates, urban skates, quad skates, whatever. I just try to skate a little bit of everything. And like I always say, just don't ever forget why we all started skating, and that it's because it's fun. Cheers and see you soon.